What is up, guys? Jimmy here with another Lots of Games video. I want to thank each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart for your amazing love, amazing support. For those of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, last week I did an update video talking about how I live in Napa and how my home was destroyed by the fires in Napa and in Northern California. And you guys have been so amazing. Your messages, your comments. I think there was like a couple thousand messages or comments on that video I did. And you guys have been sending me PayPal donations. You guys have been super, super generous. Thank you guys so very much. There's a follower of Metal Jesus Rocks. Metal Jesus Rocks did a tweet talking about how, my situation, how I lost all my games and all my consoles and everything I own. Luckily I was able to get out my 3-year-old daughter. We were able to leave before the fires overtook the home. But one of the followers of Metal Jesus, he actually contacted me. He's like, hey, I've got a bunch of games, I want to send them to you. Not only did he send me a bunch of games, he sent them to me in a suitcase, okay? And it was also in a suitcase, and sent consoles, he sent games, and there was a couple other smaller packages as well. When this came to me, I was like, holy cow. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking me if I have a P.O. box. I do have a P.O. box. Here's the information. Also include my P.O. box information in the video description below. If you guys have games, a lot of you guys have been saying, Jimmy, I've got some games, I've got some PS4 games, I've got some older games I want to send to you. There it is. If you want to send me some games, I would really appreciate it. Be able to go from no games to lots of games again. But let's go ahead and check out what was sent to me. Now, the person who sent this to me actually has a YouTube channel. I'm like, hey, let me at least give you a shout out so people can know of the person who was so generous with what they had. This person didn't want a shout out. So if you guys send me something, I will definitely give you a shout out, whether it's the name, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Let's go ahead and get started and see what I got. Let's go ahead and actually there's some memory cards in the sleeve here for the PS2. I've got here for the PS2 a couple of gun cons for the PS2 for Time Crisis. And speaking of PS2, this person sent to me not one, but 2 PS2 Slims. I only had a PS2 Fat, the one that burned in the fire. Now I've got 2 PS2 Slims, which is awesome. These things are so small. Also, continue on with consoles. I did have a GameCube and a bunch of GameCube games. He did send me a Nintendo GameCube, the purple one, which is awesome. I love the GameCube system. And also he sent me a Hyperkin NES and a couple of controllers for it. And this is actually I'm pretty excited for this. Now, I was never able to get the SNES Classic, but I did get the original. This is the Super Nintendo. And I love the Super Nintendo. I really, really love it. And with that, he sent me the Super Game Boy, where you could play Game Boy games on your SNES, which is awesome. Speaking of Super Nintendo, let's continue to go and talk about some of the Super Nintendo games that I got. Got here Killer Instinct. I've got here Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World. Donkey Kong Country. Have here one that I never got, I always saw, Front Mission. Sorry, I'm really excited. This is a lot to take in. I went from no games, now I have a bunch of games. Let's see here. This one is Terranigma. He said a few of them were repos or games that weren't in the United States that were like, I don't know, homebrews or repos. So we got that one. I'm not sure if that one was a homebrew. This one is a repo from what he told me. Secret of Mana 2. I love Secret of Mana, or Secret of Mana, however you pronounce it. I loved it on the Super Nintendo. Always wanted to play the sequel, and some people got together and put it on a Super Nintendo cart. Super excited to play that. Continue on with Super Nintendo games. This is one of my first Super Nintendo games that I ever got, and that's The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, if I'm saying that right. Yeah, this one's a classic. I rented this one at Blockbuster, and when this one was released, it was around $70 or $80 at some of the game stores. And super excited about that one. We have here Spider-Man, X-Men, Arcgrade's Revenge. They got another X-Men game, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. We have here The Lion King. I never played this one. I'm wondering if there's one for the Genesis, but I think this one's pretty good. Have here John Madden Football 93. And F-Zero, classic. Definitely a must-have if you have a Super Nintendo. It's got this RPG here, Tales of Fantasia. Have here Star Ocean, but at the time it was Enix, before it was Square Enix. This is one I always wanted, I never got, Secret of Evermore. Always wanted to get that one, and now I have it. And here's one, if people, Squaresoft, they brought this out for those who weren't too sure about Final Fantasy to kind of get them into it. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I had a friend who got this, and he's like, dude, it's so easy. But I'm glad I got this one. I never had it. Okay, now for NES games that I was able to get. I have here, it's plastic, Dragon Warrior, Wizards and Warriors, Dragon Power, Star Tropics. I never had Star Tropics. Happy Console Gamer did a review on Star Tropics, I believe, and it looks really good. We have Russian Attack, a classic, one of the first ones NES games I ever played at my friend's house before I had an NES. We got here, okay, these two one actually brought a big smile to my face. It made me pause and think. And that is Town and Country Surf Designs and Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. The reason why this brought such a big smile to my face is because I had these two in my game room. These are the ones that went up in flames. And so when I opened up the packages and I saw these two games, like, oh my gosh, I got these games again. I can't believe it. Really special. I got Fax Anadu. I never had this one, but I've heard great things about it. And this is one I've never heard of. Let's see here. This is Electronic Arts The Immortal. I don't know anything about that one. There's also a lot of controllers that were included, like PS2 controllers and Super Nintendo controllers. Okay, there's a couple here I'm going to show I'm really excited about. We have here Star Ocean, the second story for the PS1. So I'll be able to play that on my PS1 games, of course, work on the PS2 or PS2 Slim. Metal Gear Solid, the first one, classic. Tenchu Stealth Assassins, if I'm pronouncing that right. Bushido Blade by Squaresoft. Okay, these ones, this is interesting. We have here GTA Collector's Edition, and it has GTA 1 and GTA 2. So it has like 3 separate discs of like GTA 1, GTA 2. This next one, I could not believe this person sent this to me. The Lunar Silver Story Complete. This is amazing. You know what's so nuts? As I got the second one for the PS2, the Eternal Blue, it was like the collector's edition I got, the Eternal Blue, or the complete edition, and I got it at a garage sale super cheap. That one went up in flames, but somehow I got very generous of this person. He sent me the first one. I had this one on the Sega CD, never had the one on the PS1. Excited about this, super excited. Okay, so now with the, of course, the Super Game Boy, you're like thinking, oh, Jimmy, what Game Boy games do you have or were you able to get? Well, I got 4, it looks like, in these packages, 4 Game Boy games. We have here Dragon Warrior, Kirby's Pinball Land, Skate or Die, Bad and Rad. I did not know there was, I played Skate or Die a lot on the NES, but I didn't know there was a Game Boy one. And then finally, I have here Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition. It's got 4 Game Boy games ready to go. Okay, then finally I wanted to show you guys, I was sent a bunch of PS2 games that a lot of these I'm super excited about. Final Fantasy 12, Champions of Norath, Kengo, Master of Bushido. This is one maybe I heard of. It's Vampire Knight. Any of you guys played Vampire Knight? Let me know, comment section below. We have here NBA 2K7. I remember this one was released, I think the same year the 360 came out, or the 360 and the PS3 had not been out that long, I believe. And then we got Burnout 3 Takedown. Love the Burnout games. Time Crisis 3. This is the one that's going to work with the GunCon games, or the gun controllers. And I believe this person told me to make sure that I use an old TV or CRT television for the gun controllers. Otherwise, the modern TVs won't work. Gran Turismo 3. Got here one to play on the GameCube, and that's Pikmin. Got GTA San Andreas. Cabela's Monster Bass. We have here True Crime New York City. Heard that's a good one. We've got Sega Sports NBA 2K2. And this one I think's pretty good. I'm not sure. I think it's good. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. Fire Pro Wrestling. I love a good wrestling game. This one's a classic. Silent Hill 2. Actually, I've never played Silent Hill 2 ever. This one might be a fun one to play for Halloween. And then finally, Time Crisis 2. I didn't know both these Time Crisis games were in there. That's awesome. Well, guys, again, I want to thank the person who sent all this to me. Thank you so very much. And guys, again, thank you for all of your love and support during this time of losing all my games, losing all my consoles. I'm just so grateful that I made it out safely. And I'm super grateful for supportive people and subscribers like you. Thank you guys so much for all of your comments, all of you guys reaching out, whether it's on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. But guys, if you have any questions for me, leave a comment in the section below. And if you guys like these types of videos, definitely make sure to hit that thumbs up button. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.